swifter because time is money. Welcome to our final presentation document. We are Team DSA Tiny Ninja and Barry Dempsey is our project manager, with Gerinda Jooste assisting him in project management duties. Kunju Mak is our coder, as well as Bart Oshiam, and Ian Kern is our designer. Our industry partner is Tiny Ninja, a German company based in Frankfurt and founded by a team of entrepreneurs called David, Sasha, Kimmel and Milko. Their latest product innovation is Swifter. Swifter is a web Chrome freelance service platform or application that aims to revolutionize the way that freelancers are able to start or manage their careers. We first met with David Griffin, who outlined the Swifter concept to us. The idea originated from their team's struggle to find freelancers or contracts over the past few years. Often, prior to a project, the negotiation period lasts longer than necessarily, and that will drive up the overall price of the service. Freelancers want to be flexible, and companies want to outsource with little effort. And when the process becomes complex, would rather go back to proven and more expensive companies. But Swifter will enable both the freelancer and the company to achieve their goals faster than on any other freelance service platform. Swifter is perfect for companies who are looking for an easier way to outsource complex tasks, because handling relations with freelancers is a tedious task, and often newly acquired freelancers have to be manually evaluated. But by using a Swifter pipeline, companies are enabled to easily outsource any production or business-related matters to a pool of trusted freelancers. Swifter would be perfect for freelancers who are looking for an easier way to acquire complex tasks. Finding fairly paid short-term contracts can take time. Negotiations with clients are rarely kept short or on topic, and the need and time required to find the next big contract can impact on quality. But thanks to Swifter, freelancers will require less time to acquire the desired contracts, which in return opens the market to a broader pool of professionals. The company's vision is to be the world's first automated SaaS concept incubation, by connecting like-minded entrepreneurs, fostering distributed collaborations through a superb toolset, evaluating the entrepreneurial skill and mindsets to improve matchmaking, and by enabling entrepreneurs to succeed in their venture without initial resources. Acquiring teams of entrepreneurs to create features which will grow into products, and to provide a forum for startups to showcase their pre-seeded stage products. Product vision is to automate the acquisition and distribution of freelance contracts by enabling freelancers to get trusted ratings, enabling non-sales talented freelancers to gain traction, enabling companies to reduce effort in finding suitable freelancers by clarifying quality, pace, pricing and expectations for all parties involved, and to empower the after-hours work by reducing the time needed to acquire a contract, and then to make sure that the next generation professionals are able to pursue their online careers. Our target audience are students, freelancers, companies, and experienced professionals. The scope that was agreed is that we will do the following: project management, requirement specification, the design of the database structure and ERD, website design, code, test and repeat, to develop a marketing strategy, the automation of job outbounds and file transfers, custom pipeline to automate the creation of jobs. As a team, we've agreed to communicate with each other and our industry partner through WhatsApp, Trello, Google Hangouts and Gmail. Basically, if there's a crisis, we've got a WhatsApp group where we WhatsApp each other, and anything else is then taken online to be sorted out. Thank you.
Hello there, my name is Ian. I am doing stream D, which is the design stream, and I will take you through some of my ideas for Swifter the app, mainly website and the logo and what I've done to date. So hope you enjoy. So first up, I looked at websites. I looked at competitor websites and I looked at Upwork, which I felt was too minimal and plain. However, I really liked their use of icons for each skill set. Fiverr I felt was a little too busy. There's a lot going on, not simple looking and cluttered. Freelancer, it looks old and dated and it lacks a theme or style, a bit WordPress looking and not too visual. This here is a quote from the IP, which I've kind of tried to keep in the back of my mind when designing, for this product in the future, which is simple to use, simplicity the key. And this is a graph of where we feel their competitors sit. So Upwork, good quality, a little too complex. Freelancer, not as good quality as Upwork and a little too complex. Fiverr, you're not getting as nice results and too complex as well. And this is where we and the IP want Swifter to sit, which is simple to use and good quality work. As the product is to work mainly with Chromebooks, I looked at mimicking some design aspects from Google products. However, I decided not to use a main background image as I don't think there would be an all-encompassing image for Swifter like what they have used for Google Drive. However, I did like the navigation bar and thought we could replicate similar for Swifter navigation bar, a subtle reference to it. For color, I looked at Stripe's new modern website, which is clean with a lovely swatch of colors used. I also really liked on Intercom's website how they visually represented the old way of how companies would communicate with their customers comparing to the new, simpler Intercom way. And finally, experimented with some color swatches using Color Farm for some color inspiration and nice combos. This here is a mock of the homepage for Swifter. What I've gone with is a clean navigation bar like Google Drive and a slack blue color chosen. Blue is often associated with depth and stability. It symbolizes trust, loyalty, wisdom, confidence, intelligence, faith, truth, and heaven. I've also used icons similar to Upwork, showing a range of skill sets covered. Then there's a strong line highlighting Swifter's key USP. A visual representation similar to Intercom on how Swifter's service is simpler than other platforms. There's also a nice, clean, modern type, a modern swatch like Stripe.com. Hexagon design to break up sections, breaks up shades of color, and icons showing a range of skill sets covered which appear to fall out of the top image and into the main website itself. This then is a profile page mock. For the user's profile page, hexagon tiles will appear like they have fallen out of the user's profile picture. The more areas that the user has skills in, the more hexagon tiles will appear below. And then once these tiles are clicked on, it reveals previous work or details on the user's skill set. Then we have a profile sidebar, which will reveal itself similar to the way it's used in Slack. This will help keep a communication channel open at all times between the contractor and freelancer, thus saving valuable time. Next up then, I looked at the logo. This was the old logo and the product was called Pass 5. I thought the 5 on the logo was a little bit chunky, and I decided to change the 5 on the logo and make it a slightly cleaner type. So it's kind of thinner, cleaner, neater. The IP also liked our use of hexagon shapes in our mock for the website. So I kind of had a play on the logo, keeping Pass 5 and hexagon shape, made it a little bit 3D looking. I also tried to make the 5 o'clock on a time appear, but as you can see, it's only 4 o'clock there, so that wasn't much use. Our IP also liked the tagline because time is money and felt it really got to the core of what their product is about. With this in mind, I used hexagon shapes to make an hourglass, which would emphasize speed and time, quick, etc. And I then looked at some other color and shading options for that. There is the hexagon shape in white. So using some shading and contrast, the logo, as you can see, reveals a subtle S, kind of like the way the arrow appears in the symbol in a FedEx logo. We then decided to change the name and look at words that I felt resonated strongest with the app and its goals, its USP, and what happens between client and freelancer. We felt Swifter was the strongest and emphasizes speed, quicker, and less time wasted. I felt, however, that there might be too much going on in the logo with the hourglass. and Swifter and the font. So I dropped that and then made my own font in Illustrator. I dropped the OR and added an arrow on top of the T, which highlights progress, direction, and the work always moving forward swiftly. Lastly, then I looked at some other color options on white background, a nice kind of blue gradient which appears nice on a white background. But essentially overall at the moment we're pretty happy with this logo in white with a smaller R. And then coming in the tracks, I'm kind of looking at maybe doing the Swifter logo similar to the old ribbon effect with the Microsoft Word, which I feel would look quite nice if we had the SWIFT done like that and the arrow pointing to the right. So there's our next steps. This is everything we've done to date on the app. Lots more to do, but I hope you like it.
I'm Chung Yu Mak, and I am one of the coders on the Industry Partner project. I come from a developer background and work mainly on the database management and the designing and coordinating of outsourced coding for the website in my current company. I am on the coder stream and will be working closely with Bart O'Shea on this project, covering the database design and coding of the website. Following on from our initial scope document, we have a very clear understanding of what is required of the site, both in terms of design and functionality. I will run through the technologies we have decided to use, and Bart will follow on with a walkthrough of the functionality of the site. The end goal of the site is to develop a simple yet complete freelancer website incorporating all aspects of communication through Google tools. This will allow both contractor and freelancers to communicate efficiently through a single platform. The website will be fully responsive and built specifically for use through a web browser, with the intention of wrapping it in a Chrome app at a later stage. The target devices will be browsers covering all OSs from desktop through to mobile, with a recommended Full HD resolution on desktop browsers. The OS that we will be using would be a variant of Linux running on either an Apache or Nginx web server. It is recommended that the hosting be located in Europe, as Ireland and Germany will be the first targeted countries. For the database, we will be using MySQL. We have had thoughts on using Firebase, as it's a lot simpler, but decided that MySQL would remove a necessary headache when it comes to scaling of the database, as is required in the future. Languages that will be used will be HTML5 and JavaScript with a Bootstrap framework on the client side, and we will be using PHP on the server side. There's a probability of using underscore.js and backbone.js libraries, as they are used by a competing website, freelancer.com, and it seems to work pretty well for them. Other tools that we will be using will be Google Authentication APIs for logins, the Google Suite API for collaboration tools, and the FIDO Bank API, which will act as an escrow bank account for transfer of payments. As we get further into the coding, there could be slight changes to tools and libraries being used, but for the moment we believe that what we have chosen should work well with the requirements in the scope.
My name is Bart O'Shea. I am in the coding stream in the Digital Skills Academy course. My current role would be as a solution developer. That role really involves a lot of front-end development, project management, and some business analysis from time to time. For the current project, I will be mainly responsible for the front-end development. I'm really looking forward to working with the team and on the project.
Application flow summary and core functionality. The flow of the application depends on whether the user is a freelancer or a contractor. When the user is on the home page, they proceed to sign in using their Google account, which is a requirement to use document sharing and collaboration functions through API. Let's look at the freelancer path. When a freelancer logs in, they are invited to add their various skills and experience and upload a CV to build their profile. They then proceed to the freelancer dashboard. This is a single-page summary for freelancers with links to their profile, skills, rankings, and settings. Here they can view a list of matching contracts or search for relevant jobs pertaining to their profile. They can search by skill set, deadline, budget, language, or location. An algorithm is also available to be used in the search functionality. They also have the opportunity to drill down to any particular job that interests them and view the details of that job. If the freelancer has active jobs that they are working on, They also have an option from the freelancer dashboard to view their current jobs and drill down to the freelancer job workspace, which acts as a single-page workspace for communication. Here they can update the contract progress details, contact the company if necessary, and integrate with Trello or Slack if required. They can also view details of any completed contracts and payments received. Also from the freelancer dashboard, they have the opportunity to go for a certificate, which involves completing a test so they can showcase their skill sets and stand out to any potential contractors. This is a unique innovation in the freelancer contractor space, and one which we believe will prove to be very popular. The final option from the freelancer dashboard is the option to view their account details. From here they can view, update their account profile, payment info and notification settings. Let's have a look at the contractor path. When a contractor logs in, they have the opportunity to describe their company and build their company profile. Contractors also have their own dashboard, so when the initial setup is complete, they can proceed there and create jobs. They can add the contract title, a description of the contract, the skills required, the deadline, and finally the project budget, per contract, per hour, etc. They can also view a list of current jobs. From here they have the option to drill down to a specific job and view the details of that job in the same way the freelancer can. They can also view the contractor job workspace. This page allows the contractor to view the contract progress details and contact the freelancers through Google Suite. Contractors also have the ability to view details of completed contracts and any payments they have made to freelancers. Finally, similar to freelancers, contractors will have the ability from their dashboard to view or edit their account details, such as profile, payment information, and notification settings. Other standard pages available to the user include a page where you can learn about us or contact us. A help FAQ page is also available, and finally a terms and conditions page which will include the privacy policy. This is our landing page slide. Here is our CSS template slide. And here is a diagram of the application flow. This is our system overview slide. Here is our delivery and schedule slide.
Hi, my name is Barry Dempsey. I'm a student at the Digital Skills Academy and I'm currently the project manager on the development of the Swifter application. I've decided to use an agile management approach mainly because as a team we're based globally, which brings a lot of challenges, and also because the application development is changing as time goes on. These are my slides. My first one is entitled Teamwork. So my first point is to create enthusiasm within the group. It's an exciting application, so I wanted everyone to be enthusiastic about it from the start. Lay out effective channels of communication. Because we're in different time zones, we all have full-time jobs, so it's important that we could communicate easily. So we're using things like WhatsApp, Trello, Google Hangouts, Slack to communicate effectively. My next point was to listen to team members and create a conversation. I wanted to get people brainstorming, talking, bouncing ideas off one another to see how we could affect things, the functionality, the design, etc. And staying positive and leading by example. It's important to encourage others by being positive yourself as a team leader, so that was quite important to me. And my last point is having fun. It's a very exciting application, so why not have fun with it? Why not enjoy what you're doing and make the best of this good opportunity that we have? My next slide is entitled Management. So my first point is on planning. I tried to set aside time for myself so I could always be one step ahead of the team. My next point is individual skills. I wanted to find out what each team member, what their skill sets were, what their experience was, and try and bring that together and use it effectively. Execute is my next point. I wanted to make sure people were happy with what they're doing on their individual tasks and getting the tasks done one by one. Goal setting. I wanted to make our goals ambitious yet achievable. So we wanted to set out clear goals from the start. Time management. It was very important, time management. We wanted to use the deadlines provided by both the Digital Skills Academy and also by the industry partner to manage our time correctly. And overall validation is my next point. As each team member completes the task, It was important that I proofread things, offered advice and encouragement of what they're doing right and potentially what they're doing wrong and how we could change it. My next slide is called execution. This is very important. So my first point is break down a prioritization of tasks. So be it the scope document, the presentation, the coding, I wanted to make sure tasks were getting done on time in a timely manner, submitted on time. My next point is communication stream with the Digital Skills Academy. And the DSA has been a great resource for us. They've steered us in the right direction when we have gone off course. They've given us some positive feedback, negative feedback, and we've always taken this on board, so it's important to keep that communication going. My next point is point of contact with the industry partner. The Tiny Ninja team, particularly David Griffin, have been very good to us, and we're very privileged to be chosen to develop this application, so it's important that we talk to them, make sure we're going in the right direction as per the scope of the document. And my last point is the integration of each team member's work. As I kept saying, we're based globally, so it's very important that all this work comes together. It's all been done correctly, it's all been done on time, and someone is in charge who can take it all and put it together to create this application. So I'd just like to thank the DSA and the Tiny Ninja team for choosing us to do this, and I look forward to delivering the exciting application Swifter. So thank you very much.
Linda, and I'm from South Africa. I'm in the project stream M, so I assist our project management with general project management duties. I also write copy, so I contributed copy to our scope document. I did research and brainstormed with our team. I also wrote the copy for our video that we're playing now, and I did the voiceover. In general, I try to assist the group wherever I can. That's about it. Thanks. In today's crazy busy world, it seems like nobody has time. Just ask anyone, how are you? And you'll get a response of busy. I'm so busy. Our ever-connected, high-speed time culture today has made being busy one of the highest valued currencies in our social market. And in this ever-connected, high-speed times, everything happens faster, quicker, and you might wonder, how do you stand out between the clutter and the noise? This is especially a problem for freelancers and creatives. It can be difficult to stand out from the crowd online and get your work noticed by people that matter. And once you get a freelance job, too much time can be wasted going round and round, back and forth, just wasting your valuable time. Jobs or brief can often be difficult to manage for both the client and freelancer, leaving little time for the freelancer to finish the job the way it should be done. Poor communication, being misheard and feeling rushed can leave both feeling unhappy. What if we told you there were a simpler way? The answer is easy, by being or using Swifter. Swifter is a freelance service offering that helps freelancers and students use their time to start or manage their careers. It will give companies an opportunity to have more time by outsourcing important tasks to Swifter and let them manage the relationship and work quality. Companies will know that work will be delivered within budget, scope, expectation and time. No more round and round, back and forth, wasting valuable time. Swifter helps connecting both sides in a simpler and more efficient way by leaving plenty of time for work to be completed as good as it should be. Swifter knows that every second counts, and that is why it's quicker, more seamless and reduced of clutter. Swifter simplifies the process of connecting, and in this world where we compete against time, let you use every second you get. Because time is money.